Good day, class. Welcome to LBV GMath 1-2.3C. We are now on the third video of our discussion in solving rational equations and inequalities. I am Engineer Peter Benjamin Obiano, your lecturer for this video. This video is still under the second chapter of our discussion on functions and their graphs. For our topic outline, we will have a review on set builder notations and interval notations, plotting a set of numbers on a number line, and what is irrational inequality. For our main topic, we will be talking about how to solve rational inequalities. At the end of this video, I hope that you will be able to learn the basics on how to solve rational inequalities. Although i-review naman natin itong mga ito, pero para hindi tayo masyadong mahirapan later, mas mainam na before watching the video, alam na natin kung paano mag-plot ng isang set sa number line. And second, to know how to express a set of number in terms of the set builder notation and interval notation. Alright, so let us go to our first review. Let us review what is the set builder notation and interval notation. In order to be able to review this topic easier, let's have a sample exercise. Rewrite the set A, which contains x, wherein x is a real number such that x is less than 3. So we have this set A, and we are going to convert this into an interval notation. Now, una, ano ulit ang tawag natin sa notation in this manner, di ba? Ang tawag natin sa ganitong notation ay set builder notation. So, ang gusto natin gawin ngayon is ma-review paano mag-convert papuntang set builder notation into interval notation. Una, alamin natin, ano ba ang laman ng set A? Diba? Sabi ng notation na ito, ang laman ng set A ay mga real numbers na kung saan sila ay less than 3. Ibig sabihin nito, this set consists of all real numbers that are less than 3. So, parang magmula negative infinity hanggang bago mag-3. Now, take note, hindi kasama yung saktong 3. Ngayon, alam na natin kung ano ang mga kasama sa set na ibinigay sa atin, pwede na nating kunin yung interval notation natin. Una, alam natin na ang range ay magmula negative infinity hanggang bago mag-positive 3. Thus, ang ilalagay natin sa left side is negative infinity. Tapos, sabi, less than 3. So, ibig sabihin nun, bago magsaktong positive 3. Kaya, ang ilalagay naman natin sa right side ng ating notation will be positive 3. And then, maglagay na lang tayo ng comma sa gitna. So, nakuha na natin yung endpoints ng ating notation. Again, sabi kasi sa given, less than 3. So, ibig sabihin ito, from lowest to highest, that is from negative infinity up to positive 3. Now, hindi ba pag tayo ay gagamit ng interval notation, ang next nating ilalagay is, ano ang gagamitin natin? Parenthesis ba or bracket? Alright, unahin natin yung infinity. Now, take note, infinity, negative infinity, basta infinity, ang ginagamit natin ay parenthesis. Since this is negative infinity, we will put here a negative sign. And we will put here a parenthesis. Alright? So again, basta infinity or negative infinity, parenthesis po ang ating gagamitin. Now, Ano naman ang ilalagay natin sa positive 3? Kailan ba kasi ginagamit ang parenthesis or bracket? Hindi ba ginagamit ang parenthesis kapag yung mismong endpoint hindi kasama? So kung yung mismong endpoint hindi kasama sa range, parenthesis ang ginagamit. Pero kapag yung mismong endpoint ay kasama sa set natin, gagamit tayo ng bracket. Again, sabi dito, less than 3. Mas mababa sa 3. Ibig sabihin, yung saktong 3 hindi kasama. Since hindi kasama yung saktong positive 3, ang ilalagay natin ay parenthesis. And there you have it. This is now the interval notation of this set. Alright, so I hope clear po sa atin yon. Sige, para mas ma-practice tayo. Let's have another example. Rewrite the set A, which contains x, in which x is a real number such that x is greater than or equal to 3. So we will convert this set into interval notation. Now, ano muna ang laman ng set A? So sabi dito, ang laman ng set A ay mga real numbers na mas mataas o di kaya ay equal sa positive 3. So, mas mataas o di kaya equal sa positive 3. Thus, the set consists of all real numbers from positive 3 to positive infinity, 3 being inclusive. Since sabi dito, or equal to 3, yung saktong 3, kasama na siya. Since alam na natin yung range, so the lowest is 3, the highest is, sabi na natin, infinity, we can now get our interval notation. Since the lowest number on our interval will be 3, ilalagay natin yung 3 sa left side. Since ang pinakamataas naman is infinity or approaching infinity, then we will put on the right side positive infinity. Now, lagyan natin ng parenthesis or bracket. Unahin natin yung 3. Alright. Yung saktong 3 ba? Kasama ba sa interval natin? Kasama ba siya sa set? Malalaman natin, yes. Kasi nga, x is less than or equal to 3. So, yung saktong 3, kasama sa set. Since yung 3 ay kasama sa set, gagamit tayo ng bracket. Paano naman kay infinity? Infinity, again, positive infinity man yan o negative infinity, it is always parenthesis. Okay? So, ganun lang. So, kung kasama yung mismong number, gagamit tayo ng bracket. Pag hindi kasama yung mismong number, gagamit tayo ng parenthesis. So, again, infinity man yan or negative infinity, lagi itong parenthesis. Please do not forget. Okay, let's have another example. Rewrite set A into interval notation. What is set A? Set A contains x, in which x is a real number such that x is greater than 5 but is less than or equal to 10. So from this, the set consists of all real numbers from 5 to 10. 5 not inclusive and 10 inclusive. So dito sa set na ito, hindi kasama yung saktong 5, pero yung saktong 10 kasama. Kasi sabi dito, x is less than or equal to 10. So pwede yung 10, pero yung 5 hindi. Alright, let us now get our interval notation. Since the lowest number on the set is 5, then let's put 5 on the left side. Since the highest is 10, let us put 10 on the right side. And then again, maglagay tayo ng comma sa gitna. Alright, ang ilalagay ko ba sa 5 ay parenthesis or bracket? Again, yung saktong 5 ay hindi kasama. Since hindi kasama yung saktong 5, ang gagamitin natin dito ay parenthesis. Paano naman kay 10? Yung saktong 10 kasama. So, pwedeng maging equal sa 10. So, 10 is part of the set. Since 10 is included in the set, then ang gagamitin natin dito will be bracket. So, ganyan lang. Mag-convert from set builder notation to interval notation. So, I hope na-refresh po tayo doon. So, we're done with the first exercise. Okay, first set of review exercises. Let's now go to the second set of review exercises, and we will use them to review how to plot a set on a number line. All right. Let's now go to review exercise 4. Plot the set A with the interval notation -3, 10 on a number line. So as you can see, dalawang bracket yung ginamit. So therefore, yung saktong -3 kasama, yung saktong 10 kasama din. So by the way, ang tawag natin kapag parehas na bracket ay closed interval. Okay? Anong laman ng set A? Makikita natin, ang laman ng set A ay lahat ng real numbers from -3 to +10 and yung saktong -3 at -10 kasama. So, paano natin to ipa-plot sa number line? Alright. So, ang ginagawa ng ilan, naglalagay lang ng 0 sa gitna, pero okay lang kahit hindi. Ang importante, yung -3 at yung +10. So, tansay na lang natin. Kunyari, nandito yung -3 and nandito yung +10. Ngayon, kay -3 muna tayo. Yung saktong -3 ba kasama or hindi? Again, since bracket ito, kasama yung -3. So take note na kung kasama yung endpoints natin, ang gagamitin natin sa number line ay isang solid circle. So for -3, we will use a solid circle. Let's now go naman kay 10. Paano si 10? Si 10 kasama din sa set. Since si 10 ay kasama din sa set, ang gagamitin din natin kay 10 ay solid circle din. And then, since this set contains all real numbers between -3 and 10, so between -3 and 10, then let's just shade that part. Yan. So, eto na yan. This is the number line equivalent of this set. And of course, vice versa. So, this is the interval notation equivalent of this number line. Okay, sige. So, let's have another exercise. Plot the set on a number line. So, our set A contains x such that x is greater than 3 and is less than 8. Okay, so hanapin daw natin yung number line equivalent nito. So, x is a real number such that x is less than 8 but is greater than 3. So, the set contains all real numbers from +3 to +8. Now, take note ha, walang or equal sa either of these two. Kaya, both 3 and 8 are not inclusive. Hindi kasama sa set yung saktong +3 at yung saktong +8. Again, pwede mong lagyan ng 0, pwedeng hindi. Bahala ka. Now, let us put the endpoints. The endpoints are +3 and +8. So, sabihin na natin, yung 3 nandyan, yung 8 nandyan. Next, yung saktong 3 ba kasama sa set or hindi? Makikita natin, yung saktong +3, hindi kasama sa set. Since hindi kasama sa set yung mismong +3, ang gagamitin natin will be a hollow circle. So, a circle na walang shade. Yan, parang ganun. Alright? So, ganun ang ilalagay natin sa 3. What about kay 8? Yung saktong 8 ba kasama sa set? Makikita natin, hindi rin. Kaya, ang ilalagay din natin sa 8 ay hollow circle din. So, ganun lang. So, kung kasama yung mismong number sa set, sa number line, gagamit ka ng solid circle. Pero kung hindi kasama yung number na yon, gagamit tayo ng hollow circle. Anyways, as you can see, di ba? Iko-consider din natin yung mga numbers between 3 and 8. So, between 3 and 8, ito yon. So, i-shade lang natin yung gitna ng 3 and 8. And there you have it. This is now the number line equivalent of this set. So, I hope clear na po sa atin. Paano kunin ang number line equivalent galing sa interval notation and galing sa set builder notation. Let's have one review exercise before we go to our actual topic. Plot the given set on a number line. So sabi dito, set A contains X in such a way that X is a real number such that X is less than -5 or X is greater than or equal to +5. So this set contains all real numbers that are less than -5. -5 not inclusive. So take note, walang or equal to dito. So therefore, yung saktong -5 hindi kasama. Or greater than or equal to 5. 5 being inclusive. So, mas mataas sa 5, pero yung saktong 5 pwede rin. Okay. Na, kung titignan natin, ganito ang mangyayari. So again, you can put here 0 if you want. If not, it's okay. Tapos ilagay natin yung dalawang numbers na involved, si -5 at yung +5. Now, as you can see, actually, dalawang hati yung ating interval. So yung unang interval is from x less than -5. Magmula -5 pababa. Now, take note, yung saktong -5 hindi kasama. So again, the first half of our set contains all numbers that are less than -5. So magmula -5 pababa hanggang -infinity. Now, yung saktong -5 hindi kasama. Again, kung hindi kasama yung endpoints natin, ang gagamitin natin ay hollow circle. Okay? And sabi, pababa, less than 5. So, magmula -5, mag-draw ka lang ng graph or i-plot mo to the left. So, it is understood, of course, maglagay ka lang ng arrowhead para ibig sabihin nito, tuloy-tuloy lang siya. So, it is understood na tuloy-tuloy ito hanggang -infinity. Let's now go to the other half of our set. Sabi dito, x is greater than or equal to 5. Magmula +5, pataas naman. Yung saktong +5 ba kasama? Yes. So as you can see, x is greater than or equal to 5. Since yung saktong 5 ay kasama, dito sa may 5, maglalagay tayo ng solid circle. And since ang kasama ay mga higher than 5, then maglagay lang tayo ng line to the right, going to the right. Again, maglagay ka lang ng arrowhead to signify na tuloy-tuloy lang yung ating number line to the right. So, ibig sabihin nito, it is now from 5 up to +infinity. So, pwede na ganito ang ating number line. May butas sa gitna. Pwede yan. So, I hope clear na po sa atin kung paano mag-plot ng isang set sa number line. Now that we are done with our review on set notations and number lines, let us now start solving rational inequalities. Ano ulit ang rational inequality? Ito ay na-discuss natin last time, hindi ba? Rational inequality siya kapag isa siyang inequality, kaso yung nasa left side at right side ay parehas na rational expressions. So again, di ba, inequality means hindi equal yung nasa left side at yung nasa right side. And we make use of the following symbols. So halimbawa, di ba, ito, less than. Of course, aside from less than, pwedeng less than or equal, greater than or equal. So again, this is a rational inequality. Inequality siya na kung saan yung left side at yung right side ay parehas na rational expressions. So ngayon, ang focus natin is, okay, meron tayong inequality. Ano ngayon yung mga values ng x that will satisfy this inequality? Now, later makikita natin, kasama sa steps natin yung tinatawag na critical numbers. So later, ma-encounter nyo itong term na ito. So bago natin puntahan yung mga steps, using this exercise, let's find out or review, if alam niyo na, ano ulit ang mga critical numbers. So, let us find the critical numbers of the rational expression x minus 3 over x plus 1. So, gamitin natin itong exercise na ito para ma-familiarize tayo sa tinatawag na critical numbers. Now, by definition, critical numbers are the zeros or roots of the numerator and the denominator of a rational expression. So, ibig sabihin nito, ganito lang yan. To get the critical numbers, kunin mo yung x na magpapa-zero sa numerator at yung x na magpapa-zero sa denominator. So, yun lang yan. So, critical numbers ay mga numbers na magpapa-zero sa numerator at sa denominator. Sige, unahin natin yung sa numerator. Ang numerator natin ay x minus 3. So yung x minus 3, i-equate lang natin sa 0. So you have x minus 3 equal to 0. And then ang gawin lang natin, let's solve for x. Eh di ba? Syempre, solving for x, we will get positive 3. So 3 is a critical number. Kunin din natin yung ganito ng denominator. So, our denominator is x plus 1. Again, equate natin sa 0. Solving for x, we will get negative 1. Therefore, positive 3 and negative 1 are the critical numbers of this rational expression. Again, yun lang ang critical numbers. Sila ay mga numbers na gagawin nilang 0 yung numerator at yung denominator. Kakailanganin natin ang concept na ito in solving rational inequalities, kaya wag nyo na lang din kalimutan yung term na ito. Alright, we are now ready to go to our process. Let us now learn how to solve rational inequalities. Now, how to solve rational inequalities? Step 1. Rewrite the inequality in such a way that the right side of the inequality is just 0. Step 2. Get the critical numbers of the rational expression obtained in step 1. Step 3. Plot the critical numbers on a number line. Step 4. Evaluate the rational expression in step 1 using a test number from each of the partitions created by the critical numbers. Don't worry, if wala na kayo naintindihan, mas madaling sundan kapag may sample exercise. Step 5. Complete the number line by plotting the partitions that satisfy the inequality in step 1. And lastly, express the answer as required by the problem. Actually, kaya lang natin ni-review ang set builder notation at word builder notation is because sometimes iba-iba ang gustong maging format ng final answer. Minsan, ang kailangan is naka-set builder notation. Minsan, naka-number line. Minsan, naka-interval notation. So, to be safe, gawin natin later sa last step, step number 6, i-express natin yung final answer natin in terms of the number line, in terms of set builder notation, and in terms of interval notation. Now, actually, for this video, isa lang muna ang isosolve natin para hindi masyadong mahaba yung video, no? Tapos, yung next video natin, mga additional exercises on solving inequalities. So, for now, ito lang muna ang isosolve natin, okay? Solve the inequality, x minus 3 over x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Sige. Ano ulit ang step 1? Step 1 is to rewrite the inequality in such a way that the right side of the inequality is just 0. I-rewrite mo daw ito na yung nasa right side, 0 lang. Which is okay na. As you can see, naka-arrange naman na yung inequality natin na yung nasa right side is simply 0. So, we're done. So, okay na tayo sa step 1. Step 2. Take note ha, nabanggit naman kanina kung anong critical numbers, so I hope clear na po ito sa atin. Alright, step 2. Get the critical numbers of the rational expression obtained in step 1. So, ibig sabihin nito, yung critical numbers nung 0 yung right side. Again, wala tayong ginawang manipulation kasi 0 naman na yung right side. So, it's safe. Okay? So, dito na lang din tayo tumingin. Okay. Unahin natin yung zeros ng numerator. Again, our numerator is x minus 3. Equate natin sa 0. Solving for x, we will get positive 3. Let us also get the zeros of the denominator. So, x plus 1, equate natin sa 0. Ang masosolve natin x is negative 1. From here, we can now say that the critical numbers are positive 3 and negative 1. Next step, let us plot the critical numbers on a number line. From our previous step, we found out that the critical numbers of this rational expression, yung nasa left side, ay positive 3 at negative 1. Kaya, ang gawin natin, i-plot natin sa number line yung negative 1 at positive 3. Okay? So, ito yung critical numbers na na-solve natin sa step 2. Sige. Balik tayo saglit doon sa inequality natin. Balik tayo saglit dito. Pwede ba na ito ay 0? Okay lang ba ng x minus 3 over x plus 1 ay maging 0? The answer is yes. Yun, nakalagay dito. X minus 3 over x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Pwede na mag-0 ito. Tanong, kailan ba magzi-0 ang x minus 3 over x plus 1? Kailan ba magiging 0 yung numerator? Hindi ba? Nasolve na natin kanina yan. Magiging 0 yung numerator kapag ang x mo ay positive 3. So if x is positive 3, the numerator will become 0. Siyempre, kung nag-0 yung numerator mo, the fraction will also become 0. Okay? Di ba ganun yan? So therefore, kung yung x minus 3 ay nag-0, yung buong rational expression mo, 0 na din. Okay lang na maging 0. So ibig sabihin nito, yung x equals 3 kasama sa solution natin. So again, pwede na mag-equal to 0 ayon sa given. Magiging 0 ito if x is 3. Therefore, yung x na 3 kasama sa solution. Okay? So the rational expression can be equal to 0, thus the numerator can be equal to 0. This means that x equals 3 is part of the solution. Again, kung kasama yung endpoints mo sa solution, ang igagamitin natin ay solid circle. Okay. Sa mathematics, iniiwasan natin ang division by 0. Di ba? Ayaw natin yon. Ayaw natin na ang denominator ay maging 0. Since ayaw natin na ang denominator ay maging 0, aalamin natin. Kailan ba magiging 0 yung denominator? Nasolve na din actually natin kanina yon. So, hindi ba magiging 0 yung denominator mo if x is negative 1? So, again, at x is negative 1, the denominator is 0. Ang problema, hindi pwede na maging 0 yung denominator. Since hindi pwede na maging 0 yung denominator, hindi pwede na ang value ng x natin ay negative 1. Okay? So again, the denominator must not be equal to 0. This means that x is negative 1 is not part of the solution. Hindi pwede na yung x natin ay negative 1. Since hindi kasama yung negative 1 sa solution, ang ilalagay natin ay hollow circle. I hope clear po sa atin kung ang ilalagay ba ay hollow circle or solid circle. Alright. Next step, evaluate the rational expression in step 1. Again, yung 0 yung right side. Using a test number from each of the partitions created by the critical numbers. Let's take a look at our number line. Ilang hati meron tayo ngayon? Ilang partition? As you can see, 3 hati, no? Yung number line natin. Yung unang hati ay magmula negative infinity hanggang negative 1. Ito yung unang hati. Pangalawang hati ay between negative 1 to positive 3. And pangatlong hati ay magmula 3 to positive infinity. Okay? So negative infinity to negative 1, negative 1 to positive 3, positive 3 to positive infinity. So ito yung tatlong intervals natin. So again, ano daw gagawin natin? Pili tayo ng test number. Ano bang test number? Wala lang, parang pipili ka lang ng isang number. Pili ka lang ng isang number na nasa range na ito. So, tig-isa, bawat range, isubstitute mo sa rational expression, and tignan natin ano ang magiging sign ng sagot. To make things more organized, let's make use of a table. So again, we have 3 intervals, negative infinity to negative 1, negative 1 to positive 3, and 3 to positive infinity. So again, para sa test points, pili lang tayo ng isang number na nasa range natin. Okay? So, it's up to you na. Bahala ka kung anong number ang ilalagay mo. So, dito sa table natin, sa video natin, I decided nang gamitin nating test point sa interval na negative infinity to negative 1 is negative 5. By the way, kung mamimili ka ng test point, huwag mong piliin yung mismong endpoints. No? So, huwag mong piliin yung negative 1. Huwag mong piliin yung 3, negative 1. So, huwag. Basta pili ka lang ng number sa gitna. Okay, moving on. Pili tayo ng isang number from negative 1 to positive 3. So, let's say positive 2. And lastly, pili tayo ng number between 3 to infinity. Kunyari, positive 5. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin sa mga test points na nakuha natin, i-substitute natin sila sa rational expression natin. Actually, kahit wag nyo nang gawin tong part na to, pero nilagay ko lang sa mga medyo madaling malito sa atin. No? Pwede naman, diretso mo na lang siya sa mismong rational expression. And ang goal mo lang naman kasi malaman kung yung sagot ba positive or negative. Actually, wala tayong pakialam sa mismong sagot. Ang gusto mo lang malaman, positive ba siya o negative. Okay, anyways. Negative 5, substitute natin dito. So, if x is negative 5, x minus 3 will be equal to negative 8. If x is negative 5, x plus 1 is negative 4. If x is negative 5, this rational expression will be positive 2. So, nakita natin, from negative infinity to negative 1, the rational expression is positive. Again, ang kailangan lang talaga natin kung positive ba siya o negative. We don't care about the number. We just want the sign. Okay? Let's do the same for the other two intervals. If x is positive 2, x minus 3 is negative 1. If x is positive 2, x plus 1 is positive 3. If x is 2, x minus 3 over x plus 1 is negative 1/3. So, from negative 1 to positive 3, our rational expression is negative. Lastly, if x is 5, the value of x minus 3 is positive 2. If x is 5, the value of x plus 1 is positive 6. Lastly, if x is 5, x minus 3 over x plus 1 is equal to 1/3. Okay? So, I hope naging clear po sa atin iyon. So, ganyan lang. Again, bakit natin ginawa tong step na ito? Our purpose is just to know ano ba ang ating sign. Positive ba or negative? Actually, ito lang yung kailangan natin. Again, kahit wag nyo nang gawin tong part na ito if you want. Ginawa ko lang to para medyo kumpleto yung analysis natin. Okay, so from the table that we obtained, we found out that from negative infinity to negative 1, positive. From negative 1 to positive 3, negative. And from 3 to infinity, our rational expression is positive. Ito yung tanong. Ano ang kailangan ng inequality natin? Mga positive numbers ba o mga negative numbers? Anong sabi? Less than or equal to 0. Well, hindi natin papansinin ngayon yung 0. So, wag natin pansinin sa ngayon yung equal, no? So, meaning, parang less than 0. Yon. Anong ibig sabihin ng less than 0? Hindi ba pag sinabi nating less than 0, we are referring to negative numbers. Ito actually yung purpose kung naalala nyo. Bakit ang step 1 natin, i-rewrite natin to para 0 yung right side? Kasi kapag 0 yung right side, madali lang natin malalaman kung positive numbers ba ang kailangan natin or negative numbers ba. Siyempre, kung less than 0, mga negative numbers ang kailangan natin. Kapag greater than 0, mga positive numbers ang kailangan natin. Okay, sabi dito, negative numbers. Balik tayo sa nakuha natin sa table. Aling interval ang magbibigay ng mga negative numbers? Malalaman natin, the rational expression is negative from negative 1 to positive 3. So sa interval na ito, negative yung ating rational expression. Since ito lang ang nakasatisfy sa inequality natin, ito lang yung interval na lalagyan natin ng shade doon sa number line natin. So again, ang magpapanegative sa rational expression natin is from negative 1 to positive 3. So itong part na ito, yung negative 1 to positive 3, yan yung lalagyan natin ng shade sa number line. Actually, ito na yung sagot natin. Ito na actually ang sagot sa inequality natin. Pero yun nga, baka kasi ang gusto ng instructors natin, ang gusto ng problem, ibang format. Kaya, last step, let's just express our answer in other forms. So again, using the number line, yung nakuha natin kanina, ito siya. What if ang gusto ng problem ay naka-set builder notation? Ano ulit ang ibig sabihin nito? Diba, ibig sabihin nito is, our set contains all real numbers that are greater than negative 1 but are less than or equal to positive 3. So, between negative 1 to 3, yung negative 1 hindi kasama, yung positive 3 kasama. So, ang set builder notation natin will be like this. So, x is a real number such that x is greater than negative 1 but is less than or equal to positive 3. Paano naman kapag interval notation? So, again, ang endpoints natin, negative 1 at positive 3. So, ang ilalagay mo sa left side, negative 1, sa right side, positive 3. Yung negative 1, hindi kasama. Kaya, ang ilalagay natin, parentheses. Yung positive 3, kasama. Kaya ang ilalagay naman natin, bracket. Okay? So I hope clear po sa atin paano natin in-express ang sagot natin in terms of the number line, set builder notation, and interval notation. So again, ito lang muna ang isosolve natin sa video na ito. Yung addition exercises sa next videos na. Alright, that's the end of our video. I hope na somehow natutunan natin paano mag-solve ng rational inequalities. Alright, so that ends 1-2.3c. Our next video will be on 1-2.3d. As mentioned kanina, nasa rational inequalities pa rin tayo, additional problems lang. Alright? So again, for additional materials to study, you can refer po sa QuexBook on General Mathematics, Chapter 2. God bless po and see you on the next video.